theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is a presentation of the Nebraska State High School Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostreiter. Watch out! Morfisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Coverage of the Nebraska State Basketball Tournament is presented by App Foundation Repair, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Southeast Community College, Members-Owned Credit Union, Union Bank and Trust, Mosaic, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Platte Valley Equipment, and Double Eagle Golf. Now calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert.
Welcome into Semifinal Friday for a matchup here in Class C1 as we start things off at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, and guess who's joining me today? We're used to doing a radio show together right now during this time, but Chris Raff is to my left. Raff, what's up, man?
Not too much. Just sitting down here with the man, the myth, the legend. I can't believe you do this every single day.
I apologize in advance. We're still warming up the old vocal cords. Obviously, day 3 and about. I think I'm at 12 or 13 games right now so far in the last 2 days. So we're trying still to warm up the vocal cords. We'll get there. I'll still try to bring the energy, but I'm sure at one point here on like an emphatic 3-pointer, I'll blow a tire and my voice will just give out. So I apologize in advance. Our matchup today between the 5th seed here in Class C1, the Malcolm Clippers, and their 21-5 record, and then the 3-time champion North Bend Central Tigers, the number 1 seed. They're 25-1 on the year. And I should say they've won 3 state titles in a row. And a big reason why is number 25, Caitlin Emanuel, a 6-foot forward, averaging almost 17 points per game for head coach Aaron Sterup. It's once again their 14th state tournament appearance. For the Clippers, the 5 seed, they upset 4 seed Wahoo at the Devaney Center earlier this week on Wednesday. They're led by freshman guard, freshman guard Haley Dolliver, and she is a 5'10" guard, averaging 19.5 points per contest. So Malcolm and North Bend Central ready to get things going, and Malcolm will get us started here. They'll go right to left from our vantage point wearing their blue uniforms with white lettering, while the North Bend Central Tigers, the home team, obviously is the number 1 seed, wearing their white uniforms. And we have a layup off the back.
We're going to see a lot of that today.
From number 30, Haley Dolliver, and it's 2-0 Malcolm. As Raph said, we're going to see quite a bit of that from the freshman as she's averaging close to 20 points per game. So here come the Tigers, first possession of the game. They're going to the basket to our right, just underway here in the first quarter of play. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us as we have now entered semifinal Friday. Caitlin Emanuel for 3, just a little too strong, and the rebound is corralled by number 24, Diamond Sedlak for Malcolm. So they'll cross the timeline. Here's Alyssa Fortick bringing it up the floor. Guarded closely top of the key, now right side in the far corner to Emma Brown. Now top of the key, here's Dolliver. She'll dribble right side, take on Caitlin Emanuel, absorb the contact, and gets the layup to fall. And just like that, right on cue, Dolliver has 4. So here's North Bend Central. A little bit of extended defensive pressure, not a whole lot, not compared to what we've seen so far in this tournament already. We're a little over a minute into this one as Caitlin Emanuel has it on the right elbow, crosses over left side, stops, puts up the floater, and it rattles around the cylinder and drops, and it's 4-2. So Malcolm and NBC, North Bend Central Tigers, NBC, the 3 consecutive state titles. Once again, led by the Emanuel sisters. Great flash down low by Diamond Sedlak, and a better pass from Dolliver. Gets her right on the doorstep of the bucket. Layup goes from the left side, and it's 6-2. Clippers with a 4-point lead. So Emanuel trying to break a couple of the pressure, kicks it out on the doorstep, misses the layup, does number 30, Lauren Sterup, and Malcolm clears the glass. So 6:06 to play, first quarter here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. First of 6 games today. Once again, we'll have 6 more games coming your way on the ticket this Friday as Malcolm works on the left elbow, trying to find her teammate across on the other side of the rim, unable to do so. It hits the rim and goes right into the hands of Caitlin Emanuel. In transition go the NBC Tigers in the lane. Layup is good for number 24, Lindsay Emanuel, the younger sister of Caitlin. Lindsay just a sophomore while Caitlin's a senior playing in her final state tournament. So Fortick with it at the top of the key, passes right side now. Sedlak. Cross-court pass, Emma Brown now left side. Zagar now once again Fortick. She'll drive to the top of the key. Good defense there by NBC as the pass is getting tipped out of her hands and taken away by the Tigers. Caitlin Emanuel trying to push the pace. Good transition defense as the pass is tipped and taken away by Fortick. Up the floor we go with the Clippers. Back the other way. It's a 2-on-3 break. Layup in the lane. She lost her balance, fell down. Offensive rebound, Dolliver. And we have an injured Clipper on the floor. So number 23, Alyssa Fortick, is still laying on the hardwood. And while they tend to her, we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here, Pinnacle Bank Arena, Nick Sainert, Chris Raff with you for the first game of the day. Alyssa Fortick of Malcolm got banged up on that last play, so 5:04 to go in the first quarter, 6-4. The Clippers lead the number 1 seed, the North Bend Central Tigers. It will be Malcolm basketball as it was just a generic stoppage in play due to the injury, so they'll get an inbound underneath their own bucket. So number 24, Diamond Sedlak, the inbounder. She gets the pass right back, and she is fouled from behind. I believe they're going to get number 30, Lindsay Emanuel. That'll be her first. And so inbound pass underneath their own bucket one more time as Malcolm looking for help. They throw it out top to the safety net. Zagar on the right wing now. Back to Sedlak in the lane off the glass, and it falls for Diamond Sedlak.
Great drive.
Great penetration there by Diamond Sedlak. And up the floor, here's Lindsay Emanuel on the right side. Back to Caitlin on the right wing. Crosses over at the elbow. Turns at the free throw line. Floater, nice. That's a nice little finish there by Caitlin Emanuel, the senior averaging 16.5 points per game. She draws back within 2, 8-6. Malcolm with a 2-point lead in the basketball. Top of the key. Here's Dolliver. Gets a screen right in the lane. Drives past Emanuel, but misses the bunny, and Emanuel grabs the defensive miss. Back in transition. Cross the timeline. Emanuel dumps it down low. Lindsay Emanuel off the glass with the left hand, and we're all knotted up at 8. Or excuse me, that was Lauren Sterup. Excuse me. It's now 8-8 the score. We're all tied up. 4:07 to go. First quarter. Left wing. Now in the near side corner. Back to Brown. Now in the far corner. Here's Sedlak. Diamond Sedlak spins on the block. Gets stopped by the defender. Great defensive force, forcing her out to pass. And now offensive rebound off the missed jumper. Emma Brown kicks it out. Zagar in the lane. Right wing. Here's Dolliver on the far corner right in front of NBC's bench. 3 ball on the way just off to the left. And 2 North Bend Central Tigers clear the glass. Here's Caitlin Emanuel. She'll cross the timeline, going left, right, dumps it down low, and it's just out of reach of number 21, the 5'6" guard. Madison Bishop goes out of bounds. And so Malcolm gets the basketball right back. 3:31 to go, first quarter between Malcolm and North Bend Central. 8-8. We're all tied up. First C1 semifinal of the day. So Dolliver brings it across the timeline, right wing now. Sedlak. Top of the key, Emma Brown, left side to Madison Schultz. Now in the near corner. Back to Schultz. Cross right wing. Gets a screen left from Brown. Here, Sedlak, free throw line jumper. Got it. Drained it like money. It was perfect. So 3:05 to play. First quarter. It's 10-8 Malcolm. So here comes Lindsay Emanuel, the sophomore, 5'8" in the lane. tries to dump it off to her teammate on the left side block. It's going to be deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Malcolm Clippers. In for the Clippers and head coach Andy Klepper. It's going to be number 11, Elena Babb, as Diamond Sedlak takes a seat. So inbound pass on the left elbow. Emmanuel jumper, just a little too strong, and it'll be a defensive rebound for the Clippers as Dolliver brings it up. Up the floor now, Emma Brown at the top of the key. They're going to dare her to shoot the three all day. I don't think that's her game, as she'll cross over now, top of the key once again. All Dolliver in the lane right side. Up and under, scoop, no good. Offensive board, Brown, and she goes up strong and gets fouled by, I believe it's going to be on Caitlin Emmanuel. Didn't box out Emma Brown that time, and Brown went up strong on the second opportunity. So 2:34 to go, first quarter, and it's 10-8 Malcolm. Emma Brown, a 6-foot senior, averaging close to 6 points per game at the free throw line here with 2 shots, misses on the front end of the 2 free throws off front iron, just a little too short. And it's always interesting as we get started. Now, once again, these teams' first time playing in Pinnacle Bank Arena this season, or in the state tournament. They did not play here on Wednesday. The depth reception here much different than a high school gym and in Devaney. So it might take, sometimes we'll see, and we saw it yesterday afternoon in Class B, it might take some teams a couple minutes to warm up and get used to shooting on these rims with, 150 seats directly behind the glass. But so far, 11-8 Malcolm here in the first quarter, 2:25 to play. Top of the key, here's Emmanuel, and we're going to have an offensive foul on a moving screen called on the NBC Tigers. So here, 2:23 to go, first quarter, 11-8 Malcolm with the lead. So here, Diamond Sedlak has checked back into the game. She bounce passes it to Dolliver on the elbow, backing down Lindsay Emmanuel. Turn around, and she gets the floater to rattle home. What a move from Hallie Dolliver on the right side now. Emmanuel and North Bend Central looking for answers, down 5. Caitlin Emmanuel, top of the key. She drives left side, loses control of the basketball. Bodies on the hardwood, and we'll have, I believe, a tie-up. Yeah, so we're going to have a tie-up. It will stay with North Bend Central. So inbound for NBC underneath their own bucket. Inbound to Emmanuel at the elbow. Now right side. Cross-court pass in the far corner. 3 ball on the way. Just a little too strong. And the defensive rebound corralled by Malcolm. Almost got it ripped out of her, did Kiera Ferrator, but she rips it away from NBC, and Malcolm comes back down the floor as Dolliver will cross the timeline. Working right to left. Malcolm in their blue jerseys once again. Now right wing. Schultz passes the top of the key to Sedlak. North Bend Central increasing their defensive intensity. Sedlak in the lane. Doesn't use the backboard, and she should have as she airballs the layup. And here back the other way we go. Lindsay Emmanuel pushing the pace. Left hand off the glass. Bounces off and no good. And Dolliver clears the miss. Up the floor. It's a 1-on-2 break. Dolliver in on Caitlin Emmanuel. Misses. Emmanuel clears the defensive glass. And now North Bend Central will attempt to slow things down. But now Emmanuel wants to speed things up. Floater on the left side of the bucket. She gets it to go. And it's 13-10. Back to a 3-point Malcolm lead. As Caitlin Emmanuel sped it up on the right side, went across the lane, and finished on the left side of the bucket with a floater. So now Dolliver on the left wing. Lindsay Emmanuel is going to back off of her now. Approach as, once again, no shot clock in Class C. So with the 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter, if Malcolm wanted to, they could hold for the final shot as this one's poked out of bounds. Last touch by NBC.
Yeah, looks like they will hold to the final shot. It surprises me that they have not instituted a shot clock rule in women's basketball quite yet.
Well, so they have in Class A, and unfortunately the vote for Class B is coming up in March, and so that one's going to pass. Unfortunately, I don't see it ever because of financial reasons. I don't ever see it going lower than Class B here as Sedlak turnaround layup, no good. 22 seconds on the clock, and here comes Caitlin Emmanuel pushing the pace with North Bend Central down 3. Turnaround floater, good for Caitlin Emmanuel with 15 on the clock, and Malcolm will get the final shot up by 1. So here comes Hallie Dolliver. So 4 seconds on the clock. Dolliver drives right side, takes the contact, and she gets it poked away from her. And at the end of the first quarter, your score, the Malcolm Clippers lead. The number 1 seed, North Bend Central Tigers, by a slim margin. It's 13-12. Clippers on front, and here in the C1 semifinal, we'll be right back in 60 seconds. You're listening to the C1 semis from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is beginning of quarter number 2 here. Pinnacle Bank Arena, Nick Sainer, it's Chris Raff joining you for game number 1 on a Friday, semifinal Friday. We start in C1, 13-12. Malcolm leads by 1 over the number 1 seed as the jumper from Lindsay Emanuel is too strong. She tried to bank it in off the glass, and it was no dice as it hit the rim a couple times and bounced off to the right. So he's back the other way we go with Malcolm up by 1. They get it onto the left elbow to Dolliver. Now she gets it ripped away. Body's on the floor, and the possession arrow will keep it with the Clippers. 7:36 to go in the second.
Still yet to see Fortek check back into the game. Hope she's okay.
So 7:36 to go, second quarter, 13-12 Malcolm on top of North Bend Central by 1. They inbounded here to Zigar. Now top of the key, Dolliver, guarded by Lindsay Emanuel. Now Dolliver takes Lindsay to the rack. Now left side to right side. Emma Brown will try the trifecta on the way. Just off back iron, no good. Just a tad strong. And the rebound corralled right in front of the NBC bench by Cassandra Burbach. Now left side, here's Caitlin Emanuel off the glass. Just a little too strong, misfired on that one. And Malcolm clears the defensive glass up by 1, 13-12. Still 7:01 to play in the first half. Dolliver with it on the left wing, guarded by Lindsay Emanuel. They flash teammate down low. That's number 4, Madison Schultz. Now kicks it back out to Dolliver. Gets a screen left. Dolliver shoots the 3 off back iron. Once again, no good, but an offensive rebound goes to Madison Schultz. She almost traveled with it, but got rid of the basketball just in time. Here's Sedlak. No good on the elbow jumper, but once again, Emma Brown, the 6-foot senior, gets the offensive rebound. Back to Brown in the near corner, guarded by Caitlin Emanuel. Top of the key. Right side, here's Madison Schultz to number 24, Diamond Sedlak. She shoots a 3, and she makes him pay. Third time's the charm, as Malcolm got 2 offensive rebounds there and 3 offensive possessions, and they finally make North Bend Central pay with the 3 ball. 16-12, Malcolm up by 4. 6:15 to go, second quarter. Right side, here's Caitlin Emanuel, stops the elbow, pops, mid-range jumper, no good, and North Bend Central Rath, I think they're going to need her to be on from that spot if they want to contend in this game, as they pick the pocket of Dolliver, does Lindsay Emanuel, and now she'll slow things down and get some direction from head coach Aaron Stirrup. So here's Lindsay Emanuel, top of the key, passes right side. Stirrup will try the 3 ball on the way, just way too strong, hit the backside of the rim. Now the mid-range jumper by Emanuel, no good, as the rebound Karam to her for an offensive board. And we have a double dribble called on the Malcolm Clippers on the way up the floor, as Abigail Zagar was trying to bring it up across the timeline.
That was a close double dribble. I did not see that one. Usually it's pretty evident when they do call double dribble.
So inbound underneath their own bucket for NBC as they get it into Lindsay Emanuel now, top of the key. Here's Catherine Goggin, and she loses the basketball, taken away from him by Malcolm. And contrary to what we saw yesterday in last night's game with Sydney and Beatrice, referees letting them play here so far. There's been a couple scrums on the floor, but no whistle, just some jump balls and some steals. Here, right side, here's Dolliver. Now top of the key, Diamond Sedlak thought about popping the tray, decided to dribble, drive left side, looks for help, hands it off. Back out top to Dolliver. She drives on Lindsay Emanuel, takes the bump. Now out, Emma Brown, 3-ball, rattles around and out. And the defensive rebound corralled by North Bend Central. And Stirrup's going to be fouled from behind by the Malcolm Clippers. .453 to go, second quarter, first fast-moving first game here. As there's been very few timeouts. The only timeout and stoppage and play we've had is for the end of the quarter and the injury early in the first quarter. So here's Caitlin Emanuel, bounce pass to Lindsay. She backs it out to the perimeter. Now dribble drive kicks, 3-ball on the way for Goggin, just off to the right. And the rebound is cleared by Madison Schultz of Malcolm. So 4.5 to go. We're almost halfway through this second quarter. Dolliver left side, back to Schultz at the top of the key. She backs it out near the logo. 4:24 to go, second quarter, 16-12. Clippers out in front. Dolliver on the right side of the lane, gets her pocket picked by Caitlin Emanuel in transition. It's a one-on-one break off the glass, and it rolls around and down for Caitlin Emanuel. And it's 16-14.
She's got 10.
10 of North Bend's 14 points does Caitlin Emanuel, obviously the senior, averaging 17 points per game, and we have a Malcolm Clippers timeout called by Andy Klepper. So we'll go ahead and step aside as well for 30 seconds. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gail Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are exactly halfway through the second quarter of action here in our first game of 6 today between Malcolm and North Bend Central. Malcolm, the 5 seed, leads number 1 seed North Bend Central 16-14 with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Nick Sainer and Chris Raff joining you. So Malcolm on the year 21-5. They beat 4 seed Wahoo at the Devaney on Wednesday, and that's how they got here. North Bend Central defeated the Utan Chieftains on Wednesday morning as well from the Devaney Center. So both these teams fighting for a chance to play in the C1 title game that will take place at 11 a.m. tomorrow from right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. So Malcolm will inbound it directly in front of us. Abigail Zagar ready to inbound. She'll pass it into Schultz at the top of the key, and we're off and running once again. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Schultz, right side. Here's Sedlak. Gets a screen left from Emma Brown. Uses it. Stops at the elbow. Jumper's going to be way short. Missed everything. And we'll have the basketball go out of bounds going to the NBC Tigers. So 3:47 to go. Second quarter, 16-14. Malcolm with a 2-point advantage over the North Bend Central Tigers. Here's Bishop on the right side. Now Lindsay Emanuel, top of the key. Back to Bishop on the left wing. Gets a screen right. Stops. Nice pass on the right side on the doorstep, but the layup's no good. Offensive board. Lindsay Emanuel. She gets the layup to fall. We're all knotted up at 16. 3:21 to play. Second quarter. Now Schultz hands it to Dolliver. Screen right from Brown. Now back out to Dolliver. She thought about the 3 from the top of the key. They decide to pass left. Schultz will try the 3. Just a little short. Offensive board collected by Diamond Sedlak. She stops on the near corner, picked up her dribble. There might have been an offensive foul there. She kind of extended the elbow, but
the old chicken wing.
The referee decided not to call it. Now Sedlak. Now cross-court pass. Right side. Here's Zagar. Back to Dolliver. 2:47 to go. Second quarter, they reset. Dolliver on the right side of the lane, working on Lindsay Emanuel. Now right wing, Schultz. Back to Dolliver, right in front of North Bend's bench. She tries to drive baseline. Good cutoff there by Lindsay Emanuel. 2:36 to play, second quarter. Now Sedlak in the lane. Once again, she may have used that elbow to gain a little separation, and that's what head coach Aaron Stirrup of North Bend Central is saying as well, telling the official, hey, watch that elbow as we go forward. And we have a charge called on Caitlin Emanuel on the other end. And that's not going to make North Bend's bench really happy. That's a tongue twister, by the way. North Bend's bench happy as They probably missed an offensive foul.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit of extension with the elbow
Now was
on
a close call
Malcolm's
down
side.
there. I was surprised
And
they
then,
called that offensive.
exactly. And then on Caitlin Emanuel, now down the other end, they called an offensive foul. And Aaron Stirrup is having a conversation with the referee as we speak. So Madison Schultz, it's 18-16. The scorebug on the scoreboard has it wrong, but it's 18-16. Malcolm with the lead. Emma Brown drains the three. It's 21.
I think they only gave that a 2, I think.
Oh, they're going to call it a long 2. Excuse me. So make it 20-16. As in the lane, Lindsay Emanuel takes the contact. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. So Lindsay Emanuel, thanks for that, ref. I thought her feet were behind that white line there. So Lindsay Emanuel will go to the line to shoot 2. The younger sister, obviously, of Caitlin Emanuel, the 5'8" sophomore, still averages close to 12 points per game. She misses the first free throw. So once again, Lindsay Emanuel has one more shot, fires, misses off front iron, defensive rebound collected by Emma Brown of Malcolm. So back the other way we go after another empty North Bend Central possession. 20-16 the score, 1:45 to play second quarter. Bounce pass right to Madison Schultz. Now looking, they flash a Malcolm teammate down on the elbow, but pass is deflected, but corralled by the Malcolm Clippers one more time. Here's Dolliver on the near corner right in front of us. Shoots the 3, no good. Defensive rebound collected by Catherine Goggin of North Bend Central. And up the floor we go. Lindsay Emanuel now to Bishop in the lane, too strong. But she is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 more shots as number 21, Madison Bishop, the senior guard, will go to the charity stripe. First one on the way for Bishop, up and good. There's a nice little stroke there by Bishop. Draws North Bend within 3. Bishop has one more. Second one on the way, and it's also good. Absolutely perfect. Didn't even touch the rim. And with 1:21 to go, it's a 2-point ball game. Final moments before half as Sedlak has it. Now to Dolliver on the right side. Down low, Emma Brown gets it docked out of her hands, but she gets it back. Now throws it out to the left wing directly in front of us to Elena Babb. Right side, Dolliver. Now to Sedlak on the far corner. They try to get it down to Emma Brown in the lane, and she gets it ripped out of her hands, but it's a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it, or will give it to North Bend Central. That's one of those, Raph, I'm not going to lie. I would like to see them let them play out there because North Bend was able to grab it relatively quickly out of her hands and strip it from her, and that's one that you can just let play on.
And something that quick, I thought it was a foul at first. They called it so quickly.
I agree. Madison Bishop with the top of the key. She drives right side, layup, no good off the bottom of the backboard, but she draws a foul with 49 seconds left in the game, or in the second quarter, and it's 20-18. So with 2 made free throws, we can have a tie ball game. First one on the way from Bishop, rattles home. Winner of this game goes on to the C1 final tomorrow, 11 a.m. from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Next one on the way, good as well. And we're all knotted up at 20. 49 seconds to play in the second quarter. Malcolm, the 5 seed, North Bend Central, the 1 seed. Top of the key, Dolliver. She has it near the logo. She looks back. Malcolm's benches way, and they might hold for the final shot unless there's some added pressure from North Bend Central.
Playing for 1.
So 26 seconds to go and counting as Dolliver has it on the U of the Huskers logo at midcourt. She passes it right side, almost stolen away by Goggin. Now back to Dolliver on the right side. 13 seconds on the clock. Cross-court pass. 3 ball on the way. No good, just short. Rebound Karams, and Bishop gets it back with 5 seconds to play. She'll run the length of the court. Now to Goggin. 3 ball at the horn. It's not going to count because she's called for a travel. She kind of took a little bit of a jump step. And there's a difference between a jump step and a jump stop. Is step, you keep moving. Stop, you obviously stop. So
unless you're Caitlin Clark at Iowa,
bingo.
Then you got
Raph.
a lot of different stuff.
Nice dig, Raph.
Thank you.
0.8 on the clock, so it'll be essentially just an inbound and hold. They're going to put 1.1 on the clock now, but
got a chance for a heave.
Same rules apply. They're going to hold, and at the half, we have a closely contested ball game. North Bend Central, the 1 seed, trying to go to their 4th straight state title appearance, are tied with the number 5 seed, the Malcolm Clippers, at the break, 20-20. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the halftime show from PBA. Nick Sander, Chris Rapp joining you for the C1 semifinal matchup right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements. The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates stronger team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says we're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
At Mosaic, we build a caring company for the people we serve in our workforce. You can be a part of it. Mosaic supports people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and other diverse needs to choose where they live, with whom they live, and how they spend their days. That is empowering. Do you know someone who could use that type of support? You could become a shared living provider and work from home or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit mosaicinfo.org. That's MOSAICINFO.org.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainer, Chris Raff back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The halftime score is 20-20, and they just started the wave here at PBA.
Here we go.
And I guess this is what we're doing today. So it's
Join in, Nick.
No, I will not join in on the wave. I'm very anti-wave.
Anti-wave.
People might call me cranky and old, but I'm just anti-wave. I think it's it's cool, I guess, in high school events. I don't care for it in college and professional.
Back in the mid '80s, it was quite the thing.
Are we in the '80s?
You're a little edgy on day three.
I am a little edgy
of basketball calling games.
well, Raph, here's the deal. I said it on the air. I don't know if you heard me. You texted me a picture of you listening yesterday. Did you hear that? I was like, you know what? Raph actually texted me today.
I missed that.
Oh yeah, so I shouted you out because I thought you might appreciate that.
I listened all the way on my travel home yesterday from Omaha.
Make sure you follow Chris Raff 7 on Twitter.
Chris Raff 7 on Twitter.
I forgot to tag you in my tweet. Once again,
that's all right.
We're unofficially sponsored by Hall's Cough and Throat Relief today. We have about 5 minutes left in this halftime period. We're all knotted up at 20 apiece between Malcolm and North Bend Central. Obviously, North Bend Central, the three consecutive state titles for the Tigers, the number 1 seed coming in at Class C1, while the Malcolm Clippers are the 5 seed. Malcolm was able to beat the 4 seed Wahoo earlier this week on Wednesday, while North Bend beat the 8 seed, the UTAN Chieftains, earlier this week. Raph, run through some box score for us.
All right, here's what we got at halftime for North Bend. We got lead in North Bend with 10 points. We got Caitlin Emanuel, Lindsay Emanuel, her sister, with 4, Madison Bishop with 4, and Lauren Stirrup 2. And then for Malcolm, tied at 20 at halftime, of course, we got Diamond Sedlak with 11, Hallie Dolliver with 6, and Emma Brown with 3. And the things that stick out to me there with that is you've got Dolliver, who's averaging 19 a game, and she's at 6. And then you got Fortek, their second leading scorer, and she got injured early in that first quarter, and she hasn't been back to the court since.
Well, remember, think about it. Hallie Dolliver, the leading scorer, started out hot for Malcolm.
We thought this is the first 4
points of the game, because Malcolm was up by 4-0 to start things. And we thought, okay, here we go. It's right on cue, right? As history repeats itself, it's going to be the Hallie Dolliver show. But unfortunately, good job by North Bend Central, and Lindsay Emanuel has been matched up on her for the most part today. And they've done a good job of limiting Hallie Dolliver's opportunities to score the basketball. So once again, at halftime, it's 20-20 between Malcolm and North Bend Central. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the start of the third quarter coming up right after this on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainer, Chris Raff back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena, Class C1 semis between Malcolm and North Bend Central. We're all knotted up at 20 apiece. Update from the D1 score. Ravenna leads Hastings St. Cecilia 23-15 over at the Devaney. So it will be, I believe, Malcolm basketball to start. They still haven't gotten that horn fixed. That horn started to go out about halfway through yesterday, and it sounds kind of crappy, unfortunately. Just really.
Oh, I see Fortek. She's on crutches. So
Yep.
Doesn't look like she's going to be returning today.
Yeah, so Fortek is out, and here we go. Clippers now going left to right as Schultz will have it right wing. Can Malcolm stay on top without their second leading scorer? Down in the paint, Dolliver gets her shot blocked, but she is fouled from behind by Caitlin Emanuel, and here's this ref. That's Emanuel's third. She picks up her third foul with 7:49 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's not good, especially with her guarding Dolliver.
Yeah.
Dolliver gets loose in the second half. It could be trouble for North Bend.
So Dolliver at the line. First one on the way, drills it. Malcolm retakes the lead. Second one. Also good. 22-20. Malcolm up by 2 over the number 1 seed North Bend Central Tigers. Just underway here in the third quarter. Lindsay Emanuel to Caitlin Emanuel, right side. Now cross-court pass. Bishop with it on the right left elbow. Kicks it right wing. Now top of the key. Caitlin Emanuel working on Dolliver. Emanuel drives, draws the double team. Now kicks it out to Bishop, who dribble drive in the lane in traffic. Just off to the right. Offensive rebound. Lindsay Emanuel too strong on the follow-up. And Dolliver clears the glass. Up the floor goes Dolliver. Spin move. Almost lost the basketball. Great quick hands by Lindsay Emanuel. Left side Schultz. She drives. Bounce pass right side Emma Brown. Now to Sedlak on the near corner. She picks up her dribble. Almost got it taken away from her. Now passes out of it. Back to Sedlak on the right side. Guarded by Bishop. Fakes left, goes right. Crosses over at the right elbow. Now at the free throw line. Pass far corner. Drive. Stop. Kick. Top of the key. Once again, Sedlak. Great defensive possession as there's a three-point attempt. No good. And the offensive rebound, we're going to have a foul called on Emma Brown. She held Emmanuel down as she tried to grab the basketball. So 22-20. Malcolm leads by 2. 6:45 to go, third quarter. And Bishop will bring it up the floor across the timeline for NBC. Bishop, cross court left side. Here's Goggin, right side now. Emmanuel, she drives, stops at the free throw line, mid-range jumper, rolls around and down. Got the friendly roll. And Emmanuel gets North Bend Central tied up with Malcolm at 22 apiece. Right side. Here's Sedlak, top of the key. Goggin, down the lane. Emma Brown, great pass, but her shot's blocked. And back the other way we go with NBC up the floor. Emmanuel in the lane. May have gotten away with a walk with it on the right doorstep. Now out to Emmanuel. Caitlin, dump down. Bishop, layup, good. So now Malcolm down by 2 will try to answer as Dolliver will try to take over in the lane, loses the basketball, taken away, and here comes Bishop. It's a 2-on-1 break. Bishop dumps it down, right-handed layup, no good by Stirrup. Rebound tapped out, and Lindsay Emmanuel comes away with it. Now Stirrup will try a 3 from the corner. Got it!
Gave her 2 on that. Give her 2.
Man, I gotta get my eyes checked. That's the second time I thought it was a 3-pointer.
When you're calling your 100th game in 3 days, I'll give you some leeway.
I thought it was. I gotta get my eyes checked. So it should be a 26-22 ball game. There they go. They switched it on the scoreboard. So it was a little incorrect there. It's just a 30-second timeout here for North Bend Central. It was a 2-point shot from the corner, a long 2 by number 30 for North Bend Central, Lauren Stirrup.
I wonder if they have any relation to Zach Stirrup, former offensive lineman for the Skurs.
That's true.
Spelled the same way.
5:30 to go, third quarter. The 5 out there for head coach Aaron Stirrup will be number 21, Madison Bishop, number 24 and number 23, Lindsay and Caitlin Emmanuel, number 12, Catherine Goggin as well. And then out there for Malcolm and head coach Andy Klepper, number 21, Abigail Zagar, number 4, Madison Schultz, who's out there in the place of the injured Malcolm Klepper, as we have a dive on the floor for North Bend Central and a timeout.
Great
and Emma Brown,
coach.
Dolliver, and number 24, Diamond Sedlak. It's just a 30-second timeout for North Bend, so we'll go ahead and keep it right here.
That was some good coaching right there, that timeout.
And that was just the first timeout that North Bend has taken, so they'll still have 3 remaining. 26-22 the score. North Bend out in front by 1 over the Malcolm Clippers. 5:23 to go, third quarter. Here in the state semifinals in Class C1 action. It'll be North Bend basketball, sideline inbound from half court.
Well, fabulous Thunderbirds on the PA.
I suppose so.
That was in the 80s, Nick.
I wouldn't know. I was negative 21 years old in the 1980s. So here we are. Caitlin Emmanuel on the right elbow. Kicks it out. Bishop now to stir up on the left block. Dumps it down the right block to Lindsay Emmanuel. Gets the layup to fall. It's a 6-point North Bend lead. 28-22. The Tigers out in front of the Clippers. They're on an 8-2 run here in this quarter as we were all knotted up at halftime, 20 apiece. Entry pass on the right elbow to Dolliver. Working off the glass, and she gets the tough shot to go. Hallie Dolliver.
Yeah, it's Dolliver time now. She's got to take over this game.
As Lindsay Emmanuel comes up, now slows it down, kicks it out to Goggin. Now right side back to Lindsay Emmanuel. Or excuse me, this is Bishop with it rather. Now Goggin for North Bend. Right side, Lindsay Emmanuel drives baseline. Nobody cuts her off. Great defense there by Emma Brown. They're going to bail her out with a foul call. Wow, that's a tough foul call on Emma Brown there. She was straight up the entire time. Maybe they're going to say that she wasn't squared up to her. That was a tough call on Emma Brown there.
Looked a little late.
That will be the third on Emma Brown. So both Caitlin Emmanuel and Emma Brown have 3 personal fouls for their team. And We'll have a couple substitutions. Emma Brown will check out. Number 31, Kiera Ferrator, will check in for Malcolm. Stirrup sits down for North Bend Central as Cassie Burbach comes in. Second free throw on the way for Emmanuel is up, and it is good. So it's back to a 6-point North Bend Central lead, 30-24. 4:26 to go. Third quarter, Malcolm basketball. Madison Schultz brings it across the timeline. She's met at the perimeter by Caitlin Emmanuel. Now right side, Diamond Sedlak with it in the near corner. Back to Schultz on the right wing. Left side, Elena Babb, is into the game now. Sedlak in the lane, kicks it out. Schultz, three ball from the corner, just off to the back iron. And defense rebound corralled by Goggin, but she took too many steps. North Bend Central fans don't like the call as they say that she was held, but traveling violation is the official word. And so with 4:03 to go in the third quarter, it's 30-24. Malcolm basketball underneath their own bucket. That would have been a big three if Schultz could have hit that one as they get the inbound left side to Dolliver. In the lane, Dolliver off the backboard, no good. Gets her own miss, and they're going to say that she was out of bounds as she was trying to save it. North Bend Central basketball. .355 to go, third quarter, 30-24. It's a 6-point differential here, a little over halfway through the third. Left side, Goggin to Bishop. Back to Goggin on the left wing. Now Caitlin Emmanuel, top of the key, thought about popping the three, decides to drive. Now kicks it out. Bishop gets a better look at the three on the way, rattles out, and the offensive rebound corralled, but it will go out of bounds. Last touch by Lindsay Emmanuel and the Tigers. So we have Emma Brown checking back into the game with those three fouls for Ferrator. So now both Emma Brown and Caitlin Emmanuel are in the game with three personal fouls. 3:28 to go, third quarter, 30-24. North Bend out in front by 6. Pass almost stolen by Bishop, but it goes out of bounds directly in front of us here, and it'll be Malcolm basketball. A little bit of a lazy telegraphed pass there by Madison Schultz, but Malcolm gets another crack at it. 3:21 to go, third quarter. Schultz drives left side, draws the defender, kicks out. Now cross court, Emma Brown at the free throw line, top of the key. Sedlak drives left side, almost lost the basketball, now kicks it out and throws it right into the Malcolm bench. Turnover for the Clippers, and it will be North Bend Central basketball.
Got to be careful with that basketball. I feel like we say that a lot every time we talk about basketball, but got to protect it.
So right side now, here's Bishop on the right wing. A little bit of a zone defense here for the Malcolm Clippers. As Bishop breaks it left side, Goggin. Back to Bishop on the top of the key. She dribbles to the right, draws a couple of defenders, tries to kick it out, almost went out of bounds just the same way Malcolm did. North Bend Central bench wanted a foul called on Malcolm there, but no whistle. Top of the key now, left side, Goggin. Bounce pass, and it's going to be a kickball violation called on Madison Schultz. Coming into the game for the Malcolm Clippers, number 20, Cameron Seehee, and number 21, Abigail Zagar. So now Caitlin Emmanuel, right side for North Bend Central. Now Bishop, left side, Goggin. Still that zone defense here for Malcolm. Top of the key. This is Lindsay Emmanuel with it on the right side. She drives past the defender, stops at the elbow, throws the top of the key. 2:15 to go, third quarter. Emmanuel drives, dumps it down low. No good on the shot. Follow up by Lindsay Emmanuel. And the layup's no good. Rebound tipped, and it's controlled by the Malcolm Clippers and Abby Zagar. Up the floor we go. Here's Sedlak on the right side. Stops on the elbow. Almost got it ripped away from her. Almost missed a travel. Now Sedlak, three ball, right side. Just short. Dolliver flies high for the offensive rebound. Dribbles it back out to the perimeter. Left side. Now Zagar to Emma Brown. Pass almost ripped away by Caitlin Emmanuel. Three ball on the way. Off the glass, no good. And Emmanuel clears the miss. So up the floor, Caitlin Emmanuel pushing the pace. It's a 1-on-3 break in the lane, off the glass and in with the foul. Caitlin Emmanuel will go to the line to shoot one free throw. Foul goes on number 20, Camry Seehigh.
She's got 14 now.
Caitlin Emanuel with 14 points, 137 to go, third quarter. Once again, Emanuel's average on the year, 16.4 specifically, and she's at 15.
Malcolm's got to do something here. You go to that fourth quarter, if you're down by 9 or 10 with no shot clock, man, that's tough to come back from.
33-24. Top of the key, Sedlak. North Bend leads by 9. It's been a tough third quarter as the pass goes out of bounds over the Malcolm bench. It's a turnover.
It's hurting them right now. That's got to be probably 5 or 6 turnovers just this quarter.
And we have a Malcolm Clippers timeout with 1:22 to go in the third. I like that timeout there by Andy Klepper. Slows him down, calls him down, and it's going to be a full timeout for the Malcolm Clippers with your score, North Bend 33, the Malcolm Clippers 24. It's a 13-4 quarter. North Bend has outscored them 13-4 this quarter. We were at halftime tied up at 20 apiece. Been tough sledding here in quarter number 3 for the Clippers. We'll take a 30-second breather. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
1:22 to go, third quarter. Nick Sainert, Chris Raff with you. Raff, we're in for a good one, man.
Yeah, Malcolm's just got to hold on to that ball and just protect it. They cut down on the turnovers. I feel like they've got to cut this to 6 or 4 before the end of the quarter would be nice for them.
Yeah. 1:21 to go, third quarter, 33-24. The Tigers, the number 1 seed, slowly starting to pull away from the Clippers. Lindsay Emanuel on the right side, backs it out to the perimeter. Now on the right wing, stir up with it. She'll dribble to the free throw line, get the bump. Now Burback, right side, Bishop. She'll try to drive baseline, doesn't get cut off. Floater on the way, too strong. Rebound gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the NBC Tigers. So Malcolm basketball with 58 seconds to go, third quarter.
Makes you wonder how many people are in North Bend today. Seems like they're all here.
There's a lot. There's a couple teams that consistently travel well, and North Bend's one of them, as well as Humphrey St. Francis travels really well to state tournament, and they've been here quite a bit. Here we have a jump ball possession error. We'll give it to the NBC Tigers with 42 seconds to go in the third quarter.
That's just like another turnover there.
So 42.9 to go, third quarter. North Bend with the basketball as Bishop will bring it across the timeline, working on the left side. Now kicks it out. Lindsay Emanuel pushing the pace a little bit, and she gets thrown down. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. I believe that foul's going to go on number 21, if I saw correctly. Yes, looks like number 21, Abby Zigar. So NBC has an opportunity here to stretch it to a double-digit lead for the first time here. She hits the first. Lindsay Emanuel at the line. The sophomore, 5'8", averaging 12 points per game. It's a 10-point lead, 34-24. Emanuel dribbles, takes a breath, and drills the second one. It's an 11-point ball game.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, back here. Malcolm, 20 seconds to go. Top of the key. Left side. Dolliver with it on the left wing. Using that elbow, creating some space, and airballs the floater with 9 seconds to go.
Dolliver, she's forcing it. I know she's got to do that, but you got to wonder how much she's missing her tag team partner, Fortek, out there.
So here we are. We're going to have a foul called on Malcolm. That's going to be Malcolm's 5th team foul of the half. So they'll only have 1 foul to work with in the entire fourth quarter. So right side with 5 seconds. Here's Lindsay Emanuel in the lane. Goes up strong, and she is fouled by Dolliver. And so now Lindsay Emanuel, they're going to call that foul on Diamond Sedlak, which is her first personal foul. Lindsay Emanuel at the line misses the first. Second one coming up for Sedlak, for Emanuel rather, after the foul was on Sedlak. Second one is good, 36-24. It's a 12-point ball game. 1 second on the clock, three-quarter court heave. Actually got pretty close there, surprisingly enough. But at the end of the third quarter, a huge period for North Bend Central as they outscore Malcolm 16-4 in the third quarter alone, and they take a 36-24 lead into the final quarter of action. From the C1 semifinal, we'll punch a ticket to the C1 final as we begin the fourth quarter right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Another reminder, there's going to be a pretty intense Husker baseball game going on today as the Huskers are up in Minnesota. They're playing at US Bank Stadium where the Minnesota Vikings play in the Cambria College Classic. They'll play 7th-ranked Vanderbilt first, coming up here at 11 a.m. And I think that game's on Big Ten Plus. So you can have us on the radio and have the Husker baseball game on the TV. As we have a foul and a one from Allie Dolliver. She goes to the line. And how about this, Raf? That's already half the points that Malcolm had in the entire third quarter. They scored within the first 8 seconds.
That was much needed, too. They need to get Dolliver hot here in this fourth quarter if they have any chance.
There's also something to be said for seeing one down. As she hits the free throw, it's 36-27. I mean, Jay and Strick and I, we've talked about that multiple times throughout the state tournament, to where you see one down, whether it's a layup, whether it's a free throw, whatever it may be. When you see one go through the hoop here, maybe you can get some confidence. It's a three-pointer, no good from the far corner. I'm not sure Coach Stirrup liked that shot.
Green light for Dolliver
as here's
right now.
Dolliver on the right wing, guarded by Lindsay Emanuel, picks up her dribble, throws to the right side, Sedlak with it. She gets a screen left from Schultz, picks up her dribble. Now Dolliver in the lane, takes the contact, puts up a shot, and it rolls. And here we go, 36-29.
She's warming up.
It's a 7-point ball game with 7:17 to go in the fourth.
We got a press.
A little bit of full court press here as Caitlin Emanuel crosses the timeline. She picks up her dribble on the H of the Huskers logo, has Bishop directly in front of us. A little bit of a 2-3 zone here for it's going to be 2-3 zone here for the Malcolm Clippers. Now right side Emanuel. And now looks like they switched maybe to man as left side now Emma Brown all the way out covering Goggin. Right wing, Lindsay Emanuel in the lane. Almost got it taken away. Now she does. And we're going to have a foul called on Lindsay Emanuel.
Wow, this game is momentum is just flipped.
And I think that's a really good call, actually, because right as she got the ball stripped on the right elbow, the ball kind of trickled over to the left elbow, and it was loose ball. Madison Schultz had possession of it, and it was a little bit of a frustration foul on Lindsay Emanuel, as she was trying to get that basketball back. A little bit of an emotional frustration foul there as Schultz has it, top of the key. Now Emma Brown, back to Schultz on the left wing, denies the screen right, tries to drive baseline, kicks out to Brown on the left wing, almost traveled with it, now passes right wing. Malcolm trying to cut into the 7-point lead. They trailed by 12 at the start of this third quarter. They're on a little 5-0 run here. Top of the key. Here's Zagar. Fakes left, goes right. Now Schultz on the right wing. to Sedlak, inside to Dolliver, takes the contact, forces a shot, and she is fouled in the middle of a double team. They're going to call number 24, Lindsay Emanuel, with a foul, and that's going to be Emanuel's third. So now both Caitlin and Lindsay have 3 fouls. Hallie Dolliver at the line to shoot 2. First one, no good.
Got to make those free throws.
So 36-29, North Bend with a 7-point lead over Malcolm. 6:04 to play. Free throw up, and it's no good. Dolliver goes 0 for 2. And points with the clock stopped are going to be Malcolm's best friend right now, especially with no shot clock, and those are some big free throws. And now North Bend throws it away into the hands of Malcolm. Dolliver stops, almost wanted to pop the 3, now throws cross court. Schultz to the corner, 3 ball, Sedlak on the way. Just off to the left. Huge. Offensive rebound, Brown put back too strong, and Goggin cleans up the miss. Right side, here's Emanuel. Back to Goggin at the logo. They're going to pressure Goggin, left side Bishop. Now Schultz, she dribbles it off her leg. Turnover once again on the second straight possession for North Bend Central. 5:20 to go, fourth quarter. 3 ball, Dolliver on the way. Rattles around and out for Hallie Dolliver from the left side. And we have a timeout charged to North Bend Central after they've committed 2 turnovers on their previous 2 possessions. Head coach Aaron Stirrup wants to talk things over. So with 5:10 to go in the fourth quarter, we'll take a 30-second breather. You're listening to the C1 semifinal on 93.7 The Ticket.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here, 5:10 to go, fourth quarter, 36-29 the score between North Bend and Malcolm. It was 36-24 at the start of this fourth quarter. But Malcolm on a little 5-0 run, all led by Hallie Dolliver. Now, once again, just to recap, she's missed 2 free throws, unfortunately. That could have made it a 36-31 game. Then she had a 3-pointer just a moment ago, just rim out. So
she's got 15 also.
So that's the thing is, I mean, if she's able to connect on those 2 instances,
5 points right there.
That's 5 more points. It's just a 2-point ball game. So things can change in the blink of an eye here as Caitlin Emanuel has it right side. Emanuel up and over. There's going to be a foul called on Malcolm. And I will say Emanuel might have been a little lucky that wasn't called on her. She kind of raised that elbow a little bit and put it into the side of Dolliver, but they're going to say it's a shooting foul.
And then there was like a big-time Euro step. She covered some distance and not much dribbling.
Obviously, Emanuel drills the first, but obviously, as I was going to say, Emanuel's 6 foot, a tall, lengthy body, 6 foot forward, a lot of experience under her belt, 3 state titles as well. Now Emanuel's second free throw on the way, drains it. It's back to a 9-point North Bend Central lead.
She's up to 17 for the game.
So Sedlak will bring it across the timeline on the left side. Now Schultz. Cross-court pass, lazy pass, but fortunately enough for Malcolm. They get it back. Schultz, 3 ball on the way. You betcha.
That's big time.
That's a huge shot for Madison Schultz. And it's a 6-point ball game, and Malcolm wants to talk about it. 38-32. NBC leads by 6. We're not done yet. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
4:34 to go, fourth quarter, 38-32. North Bend Central with a 6-point lead over Malcolm. Big three-pointer by Madison Schultz. Just before that Malcolm timeout, though, the Clippers, that is, will extend their full-court defense. The Tigers break it relatively easy. Kicks it out. Goggin now top to Emmanuel. She'll draw the defense, and she passes out of it. Left side Bishop now. She immediately gets doubled right beside us, and we have a foul called on number 21, Abby Zagar, forcing North Bend Central to go to the line. And this is one of those instances, Raph, where, once again, we'll talk about it multiple times, and I'm sure it'll pop up in the following games as well, where you're in a 6-point ball game, and most of the time you wouldn't have to foul. But in the lower classes, you do with no shot clock. And now that's even more of a talking point since you have a shot clock in Class A and will be in Class B, because now these last 4 minutes and 18 seconds are going to drag on, and it's going to consist of a lot of fouls. You might have some top players fouling out because they're forced to, and you're not allowing some of your best players to play down the stretch in the most crucial moments of the ballgame.
Yep, I agree.
So North Bend Central hits both those free throws, 40-32, 4:14 to go, fourth quarter. Sedlak has the top of the key, left side Schultz. Now back to Sedlak. Far from the basket. She now dribbles top of the key, right side. Now back to Sedlak once again.
You just see Dolliver. She's wanting that ball.
They get it to Dolliver on the near corner. Entry pass on the right block. Can't be handled by Emma Brown, and it's a defensive rebound, a takeaway for North Bend Central. It's 40-32, 8-point Tiger lead over the Malcolm Clippers, and Caitlin Emanuel will cross the timeline. Left side Emanuel gets tripped up a little bit, no whistle. Now passes out, and it will be out of bounds. Last touch by the Malcolm Clippers. It'll be North Bend basketball, and they'll inbound it directly in front of us. So Bishop to inbound. They get it into Lindsay Emanuel on the near corner. She gets doubled. May have walked, and they missed that call.
Wow.
And this one gets knocked out of bounds. Ball stays in play. I thought that went under the table there for a moment. This is my table. Don't reach under my table.
That was the old multiple pivot step right there.
As here's Emanuel, top of the key, left side, Bishop.
Great
now
pass.
Lindsay Emanuel in the lane, floater, gets the foul, no bucket. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul goes on Emma Brown, her fourth. 3:23 to go, fourth quarter. First one on the way, no good for Emanuel, so we're still knotted up 40-32. So how about this? At the Devaney Center, number 1 seed Ravenna on the ropes against Hastings St. Cecilia. They led by 5 with a little over a minute to play. Now it's all tied up at 31 over at the Devaney Center as we have a Dolliver layup, the foul, and that pulls Malcolm within 7 with 1 free throw pending, 41-34. Once again, you look at those 2 free throws that she missed earlier, and you think, man, those are pretty crucial here. As Dolliver has a chance to bring it within 6 with a make here, and she does.
Got it.
Makes it look easy. 41-35. Schultz guards the inbound. Now they get to Lindsay Emanuel. Bounce pass left side. Bishop
pressure.
Cross the timeline to Caitlin Emanuel, that is. Almost got her pocket pick. Gets the pass deflected. Bodies on the floor. Last touch by Malcolm.
Dolliver almost came up with that.
Yeah. So once again, update from Devaney. We're going to keep you updated on this one. We saw Ravenna in action. It was our first game of the state tournament. Hastings St. Cecilia now leads Ravenna 33-31 after being down by 5 with just over a minute to play over at the Devaney. There's 45 seconds to go in that one, and it's a 2-point Hastings St. Cecilia lead, so number 1 seed on the ropes. Trap, and we have a timeout charge to North Bend Central. That's a good defensive pressure there by the Malcolm Clippers. We'll go ahead and step aside as North Bend calls their final 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on the ticket.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Has 8 points here in the fourth quarter alone, 41-35. North Bend still leads by 6 over the Clippers. North Bend Central, the 1 seed. Lindsay Emanuel with it. Is that 8 points, right, Raph?
Yep, you are correct.
Thank goodness. Bishop now left side Emanuel, now inside to Lindsay Emanuel, dumps it off. Bishop layup no good. Second opportunity blocked from behind, and the rebound grabbed away and fouled as the Clippers will have an inbound, as that's just the 6th team foul on the North Bend Tigers. So still has one to give to the Tigers. Or rather, the next one will be putting the Clippers in the bonus. Abby Zigar was able to muscle away that defensive rebound from the hands of Lindsay Emanuel, and she immediately got fouled. So 41-35, Sedlak with it, top of the key. Left side, Dolliver, the freshman averaging 19 points per game, spins, layup off the glass, and it falls. 41-37, 2:20 to go, fourth quarter.
She went lefty there.
Now right side, here's Lindsay Emanuel. North Bend up by 4. They almost pick her pocket. Now right side pass thrown out of bounds. It's Malcolm basketball.
Oh boy, here we go.
And there's only one person in this moment with, once again, don't forget that the Malcolm Clippers' second leading scorer, Alyssa Fortick, is injured within the first 3 minutes of this one. And now it's on the shoulders who has of Dolliver, who has 10 in the quarter. Right side, inside to Dolliver at the elbow. Turn around, mid-range jumper just off to the right. May have forced that one just a little bit there to Dolliver. It was contested from the right elbow. Now Caitlin Emanuel passes out of it. And Bishop gets fouled from behind, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots, as that puts North Bend in the double bonus. So Bishop at the line, first free throw, no good.
Gotta make your free throws here, boy. This is gonna be an interesting finish if they don't.
Yeah, 1:46 to go, fourth quarter. Second free throw on the way, also no good. Empty trip for Malcolm. And we have a stoppage in play.
Not sure.
I think there was a clock issue, but I don't think the clock began to run. So we'll have a stoppage in play, 1:44 to go, fourth quarter, C1 semifinal. North Bend, the 1 seed, Malcolm, the 5. And we'll have a sideline inbound directly in front of us. Zagar will inbound it for Malcolm.
Still plenty of time. They don't have to force. So
100%.
Because Dolliver, she wants that ball right now.
They're going to put 1 second on the clock, so 1:45. So here we go. Sedlak, top of the key to Dolliver. Left side, drives, takes the contact, goes up strong, and almost got the and one to go. It rims out. Now Dolliver goes to the line to shoot 2 shots.
The Malcolm fans were about to erupt.
We got a good crowd right now in PBA because we're starting to get some overflow, or some people for the next game just standing on the balcony and things like that. So there's a good crowd on hand here at Pinnacle Bank Arena on semifinal Friday. First free throw, Dolliver got it. It's a 1-possession ball game. I'm a little worried, Raph. My voice.
No, you got this.
We'll see if we give out on a big 3 or on a big shot here. Here's Dolliver on the free throw line. Second one on the way. Got it.
There we go.
It's 41-39. Dolliver is on fire here in the fourth quarter. One thing to point out, Caitlin Emanuel for North Bend is triple team, and she throws it out of bounds. It's Malcolm basketball.
Oh, boy.
One thing to watch, Caitlin Emanuel has 4 personal fouls. So does Lindsay Emanuel. So both Emanuel sisters have 4 fouls.
Yep.
And they're both out there for North Bend
there's
Central.
one person that wants the ball right now for Malcolm. She wears number 30. It's Dolliver time.
So they'll inbound it to Sedlak. Fans on their feet here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. C1 semi, Dolliver in the lane, goes up strong, gets it blocked. Ooh. It's going to be North. Oh, no, they're going to say North Bend Central basketball.
They changed it to Malcolm.
To Malcolm basketball.
Minute 20 left. And you got to believe they're going back to Dolliver over and over. It's all Dolliver right now for Malcolm.
Still 80 seconds left in the game. They get it into Dolliver on the far corner right in front of Malcolm's bench. She tries to drive baseline. We'll have a charge called on Dolliver, and that's going to be Dolliver's 3rd personal foul. She tried to force it. Now, that's one thing that we've seen is she's been trying to force it, and she tried to force it baseline that time and was unable to do so.
That was a good call,
Good call on Dolliver. So that's number 3 on Dolliver. 1:14 to go. Right side, here's Lindsay Emanuel in the backcourt. Now to Bishop. They'll throw it up across the timeline. Caitlin Emanuel pushing the pace. Now she'll slow things down. Emanuel, she turned it over last time, passes out of it. Bishop to Stirrup on the right side. Now Bishop to Emanuel on the left side near the logo. Entry pass. Emanuel on the doorstep. Layup, good.
Great pass. Great finish.
North Bend Central leads by 4. Dolliver, pull up 3. Got it!
She got it. Oh, my.
Dolliver pulls Malcolm within 1.
Holy cow.
With 44 seconds to play, it's 43-42. North Bend leads by 1, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We get a text on the text line from Eric. Says Nick's voice is getting rough. He ain't going to make it.
I didn't even know the text line was up.
Oh, yeah, the text line is open.
You guys can follow me on Twitter. Hey, I got to throw this out there. Dolliver's got 25. She scored every point in the second half for Malcolm.
Unreal. That is unreal.
It is the Malcolm Dolliver show right now.
So here we go. North Bend Central basketball. They lead by 1, 43-42.
Take your halls, Nick. Take your halls.
Halls is going to
drink your water.
Water, herbal tea, and Halls right after this game. Carter Longy will have the next one. Josh Lill has the one after that. Then it's the 3 straight for me in the afternoon. Here we go. North Bend Central. Across the time, pass deflection. Malcolm gets it back, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Malcolm basketball.
Oh, wow. 34 seconds left. You got
Holy
Malcolm ball
smokes.
Down by 1. Nick's voice. Oh, man, this is going to get wild.
34.9 on the clock. Malcolm with the basketball. They'll inbound it to Schultz on the right side. Looking, gets it out. She gets tripped up. Dolliver, bodies on the floor, jump ball, and possession arrow gives it to the Tigers.
Wow. All right.
So just as much as Dolliver has been forcing it, you've also seen to where Malcolm may be forcing to try to get
her the ball. They were fronting her. They had her.
So Malcolm's going to have to foul. They foul Caitlin Emanuel here with 24 seconds on the clock.
So at worst, they're still going to be within a possession. So
43-42, 24 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Free throws are crucial.
Emanuel at the line. First free throw drained it. The senior at the line in her 4th state tournament appearance, trying to get back to her 4th straight C1 final. Second one on the way. Got it. 45-42. Dolliver to inbound. She'll get it right back with 22 on the clock. Dolliver, top of the key, left side. Sedlak, 18 on the clock. Sedlak trips, and Stirrup takes it away for North Bend Central. Emmanuel gets it back, and she'll go right back to the charity stripe and shoot 2 more. Lauren Stirrup, a freshman, steals it away from Sedlak and gets it to Caitlin Emmanuel.
She's got 19 today.
And so now Emmanuel goes to the line to shoot 2. First one on the way. No good.
They're still alive. 12 seconds left. This free throw is key.
Second one is good. It's a 4-point ball game. 46-42. Dolliver gets it.
You do not want
9
to foul.
seconds on the clock.
Shot.
Dolliver, 3-point heave, no good. And it's going to be going out of bounds. Malcolm turns it over. 3.9 on the clock, and North Bend Central, if it stays the same, is on their way to their fourth straight C1 final.
I think they're going with the soccer. I believe that we can win the student section.
Oh yeah, that's a staple. 46-42, North Bend basketball with the lead. They get it in. Lindsay Emmanuel trying to run out the clock, and she's going to be fouled with 0.9 on the clock. They might add a couple seconds on this one, but for the most part, it looks like North Bend Central is going to move on and advance to the C1 final. It'll take place at 11 a.m. tomorrow right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. First free throw on the way, good for Lindsay Emmanuel, the sophomore.
That's 15 for her. It's been the two sisters.
So 19 points for Caitlin Emmanuel and 15 for Lindsay. And so now a couple of reserves coming in for North Bend. That's Lauren Stirrup and Caitlin Emmanuel check out, as well as Bishop.
I know the chins are down right now for Malcolm, but you got to remember Dolliver's only a freshman. So
yeah,
I have a hunch you might just be seeing her and Malcolm back here again in the next maybe 3 years.
Reserves also coming in for the Malcolm Clippers as they're getting a couple seniors in. Really tough ending to the high school basketball career for Alyssa Fortick, who got hurt in the first 3 minutes of the game. Came back out on crutches and unable to play the rest of the game. Fortick's been watching this one from the bench, and with 0.9 seconds left, Malcolm is going to fall to the North Bend Central Tigers, 48-42, and the Tigers are on their way to their fourth straight C1 final, and Caitlin Emmanuel has a chance to win her fourth straight C1 championship on tomorrow morning. Once again, your final score, North Bend 48, the Malcolm Clippers 42. Thanks to Rico and Josh for pushing the buttons and hanging out with us back in the studio. They'll take it away for the meantime. But coming up next, it's our next semifinal and C1 action. Carter Longi will be on the call from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Your final score, once again, North Bend 48, the Malcolm Clippers 48-2. For Chris Raff, I'm Nick Sanders saying so long for now from Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Where will your path take you?